Hey, thanks for joining us. I just want to take a quick moment and show you how to set up a new donation item at your kiosk. I'm in CCMS admin, as you can see here, and in order to add a new donation item, we're going to go ahead and click into the concessions module. Once I'm in the concessions module, I want to make sure and find my donations section of kiosk buttons. If you have not already segmented your donations into their own section, you definitely should do that soon. You can see here that in this category I have set donation concessions as my categorization and set a default general ledger account, which is definitely advised. But I'm going to go ahead and expand this section, and right now I'm looking to make sure I have a Clothe a Child for my Christmas season button. Oftentimes we have donors that will physically walk into our Croc Center, and instead of committing time to the Clothe a Child campaign, they simply want to give money. So I see I do not have a Clothe a Child option, so let's go ahead and create one. So I want to go down here to the right hand side and find the New Item button. We'll click New Item, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the blanks from scratch. So my button text, we'll call it Clothe a Child. Clothe a Child gift. I recommend, if you can fit it, that you utilize the word gift or donation in the button text. We'll go ahead and make sure that your general ledger account is set properly. Next, if you're in the Western Territory, we do absolutely require that you list a fund and a source code, which are the codes that are needed so that we can transfer this data into the portfolio donor management system. So if you're unaware of what the fund and the source code is, go ahead and stop the process now. Contact your divisional development department to get the source and the fund code before you proceed. But I'm going to go ahead and put mine in. All right. Next, I know I do not want to print remote receipts. My next item is customer. I want to ensure that the customer is listed as optional with address. Any of the other items are not to be used with donations, but for donors we do optional with address so that there's always an anonymous option, and we're also always collecting an address when they do give us a name. Next, I need to decide whether or not I'm going to allow this donation to be collected online. At our online sales site, we do have a ways to give section where, while somebody is buying swim lessons for their child, they can choose to add a small donation or large to their sale before they check out online. The other option we have here is whether or not we want to allow an auto payment for this gift. Occasionally we have members who want to add a monthly donation to their membership charge that happens on the 20th of the month. This is a great option and a great way for them to give. So if you do have members who want to give to the Clothe a Child on a monthly basis, that's when you'll want to consider check marking the can auto pay. And of course we want to leave it checked as active so that it actually will come up in the kiosk. But I'm going to go ahead and give it the marketing description, which is very important. I highly recommend that you contact your development or your marketing department to make sure that you get a full and complete description, especially if you're going to offer this donation online. Absolutely required is the marketing description. Next, we're going to go ahead and give the item prices. In most cases with a donation, we'll simply go ahead and say enter amount and leave it at $0. By saying enter amount and $0, this will prompt both the cashier at the front desk as well as the online sales system. It will prompt a request for how much money does this person want to give, and you can put in any dollar amount. Occasionally, though, you might have a desire to do something like show online how much it would take to clothe one child, how much it would take to clothe two children. So you could call it clothe one child, and say that $75 will clothe one kiddo, etc., etc. But up to you. Use your best judgment. We'll go ahead and for donations, item modifiers do not apply, so you can just skip that step. So we'll just go ahead and simply save this. Give it a moment, and that's it. We're now done. If I give it a minute or two, I can pop over to my kiosk and I can see the new button that I've created. So let's do that. Go ahead and log in. Go to my cash register, donation section, and now I see I have a clothe a child gift, and I have either enter the individual amount. I can clothe one child or clothe two children, and it's just that simple. Well, that's about it for today. Glad you joined us to learn how to add a donation item to your kiosk, and please don't forget, contact your local divisional development department and your divisional finance department to make sure that they know and are aware that you're going to be using this feature. Thanks so much.